two more children's Torah stories. We are learning the story about how the Jewish people now have got two kings because David is in Hebron and he says, I am the king of the Jewish people. And some of the Jewish people, the ones from Yehudah, said, yes, you are. But some of the other Jewish people went after Ishbosheth, King Shaul's son, in Machanaim. And as important as the kings were, also so important were the bosses of their armies. Ishbosheth's army boss was Avner, and David's army boss was Yoav. And remember how they had a bit of a fight, and Avner ended up hurting Yoav's brother Asael, even though he didn't want to, but that is what happened. And Yoav got very, very cross. Well, in the meantime, between Ishbosheth and Avner, things were getting a little bit tricky because Ishbosheth was saying, I am the king, I am the boss, and you must always listen to me. And Avner was saying, you are only the king because I am bringing you the army. If I wasn't your army boss, you wouldn't be strong enough to be the king. So you must always be nice to me because I'm the one who makes you the king. No, I'm the king myself, and I'm the one who makes you the army boss. So they're trying to decide who is more important, how they should behave to each other. Well, one day, Avner got married to a lady who used to be friends with King Shaul. And Avner said, and Ishbosheth said to Avner, that is not right what you did. You did a bad thing. You should not have married my father's friend because she was the king's friend. She shouldn't go and get married to an army boss. Avner got so cross. Avner said, what do you think? Do you think I am a dog that you just come and shout at me? Well, you shouldn't shout at dogs either, but you certainly shouldn't shout at people. Do you think I'm a dog that you come and shout at me? I have been so good to you. I always helped you. I was on your side. I helped you against David and all of his armies. And now you come and fight with me and shout at me because of who I get married? I think that you are being very mean to me and you are wrong. And if you don't be careful, I will leave you and I will go and join David. And then you will have no army and you won't be the king anymore. And do you know what Ishbosheth said? What do you think Ishbosheth said? Ishbosheth said nothing. Because Ishbosheth suddenly realized that Avner was right. And Ishbosheth got a bit scared. Oh no, if Avner does leave me, if Avner does go to David, the army will follow him instead of me. And then I won't be the king anymore. Oh no, what am I supposed to do? Well, I know what Ishbosheth can do. Do any of you know? What is it that Ishbosheth could do or say? He could say, sorry. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Sorry, Avner, for shouting at you. I made a mistake. I was wrong. That's often the best way to deal with these things. If somebody's really upset and what are they going to do and there's a fight, a lot of the time you can just say sorry. Maybe it was your fault and then you should definitely say sorry. But even if it wasn't your fault, maybe you did do one thing wrong. Maybe they did 3 things wrong and you did 1 thing wrong. You can still say sorry for the 1 thing you did wrong. So even if Ishbosheth thinks that Avner shouldn't have married King Shaul's friend, he doesn't have to say, I'm sorry for saying that you shouldn't have married her. Maybe he thinks that he's right. But what he can say is, I'm sorry for shouting at you about it. I'm sorry for making a fuss. I'm sorry that I didn't speak to you so nicely. You can always find something to say sorry for, but Ishbosheth did not say sorry. And so he wasn't really sure what to do. In the meantime, Avner was still so cross to him. And Avner decided, I will actually go and talk to David. And Avner said, he said to some of his friends, please go and give David this message. David, you have to work out who is going to be the boss of the whole of Israel. Because at the moment, we've got two different bosses and they're each like the boss of half of Israel. We need one boss for the whole of Israel. If you will make a deal with me, I will help to get all the Jewish people onto your side. Go tell that to David, okay? Okay, off I go. And off he went till he found David. David, yes, who are you? I am a messenger from Avner. Oh, from Avner? The boss of Ishbosheth's army? What, does he want to fight with us again? No. He doesn't want to fight. He wants to make peace with you. Because who's going to be the one king of the whole of Israel? Maybe it can be you. What you need to do is you need to talk to him about it. And maybe he will join you and you guys can be friends and he will help all the Jewish people be on your side. Okay, that sounds like a great idea. But there's one other thing I need. What's that? I want my wife, Princess Michal, back. Well, now she would actually be Queen Michal. Do you remember the story with Princess Michal? David married her. He had to fight 100 Plishtim to marry her, and he actually fought 200 Plishtim to marry her, and they got married, and she helped him to escape when King Shaul sent the police after her. But then King Shaul said she must marry someone else called Palti, and David said, I miss Princess Michal. I want to see her again. Avner, if you want to come to my side, you must bring me Princess Michal so that we can be married together again. So Avner said, I will see what I can do. And in the meantime, David also sent messengers to Ishbosheth. And he said, Ishbosheth, I know that we are fighting and that we are not being good friends. But your sister, Princess Michal, is actually my wife. So please will you send her back to me so that we can be married again. And Ishbosheth said, okay, Princess Michal, you can go back to your husband David. Hooray! Dun, 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 dun. And off she went back to David and they saw each other again. Yay! Mwah, 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 mwah. And they were so happy to see each other. And then Avner, in the meantime, started talking with some of the people in his army. Hey guys, yes Avner, guys, I was thinking, you know we're on Ishbosheth's side. Yes, of course. Well, what if? I'm just saying what if. I'm not saying we should. I'm not saying we will. I'm just saying, what if we join David? I think David would actually be a better leader. And I think Hashem wants David to be the boss of the whole Jewish people. So why don't I go talk to David and maybe we can all join him and all have one king over the whole Jewish people. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. All right, will a group of you please come with me and we'll all go talk to David. Okay, great, let's go. Off they go to the city of Hebron where David is waiting for them. David, it's me, Avner. Can I come in the city, please? Yes, Avner, you can. Come on in. I've got a delicious lunch ready for you. Let's have a nice time together. very nice to meet you. And they shook hands together and they sat down and they had a nice lunch and they spoke nicely to each other and they said, should we actually join together? And they both said, yes, we will join together and be on the same side, and all the Jewish people will be at peace, and there will be only one king. That will be David, and I'll go and make sure that all the people who used to follow Ishbosheth will follow you. Fantastic! Mazel tov! And they shook hands, and they made a deal, and off Avner went. Bye, David. Bye, Avner. See you soon. I'll come back with a big army on your side. Great. I look forward to it. Bye, 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 bye. Well, at that moment, when everything seems so great, Yoav, David's army boss, was coming back with his own army from some of the fighting that he had done. And he came back marching with his army. Dun, 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 dun. And somebody told him, hey, Yoav, do you know who came while you were away? Who? Avner. Avner came and visited David. And they had lunch together. And they shook hands. What? What? How could that be? I'm going to go talk to him right away. David, I need to talk to you right now. Yes, Yoav, what is it? David, it's something very important. Yoav, calm down, man. Please, tell me what's bothering you. What could I talk to you about? I heard that Avner came. I can't believe it. Avner's the worst. Do you remember why Yoav says Avner's the worst? Because Avner hurt his brother. Avner's the worst. I can't believe you let him come and you had lunch with him and you shook hands. Don't you know that Avner is just tricking you? What do you mean Avner's tricking me? Avner came, he saw your city, he saw your army, and what did he tell you? He's going back to come with another army. Yes, another army to be my friend. No, he is tricking you. He is coming with an army to fight you. And he's pretending to be your friend. And if you open the gates and you let him and his army in, they will put you in jail and they will make Ishbosheth the king of the whole Jewish people. I never thought about that. Maybe Yoav is right. Maybe Avner was just tricking David the whole time. Maybe he was just coming to pretend to be David's friend so that when David wasn't ready, he'd grab him. Just like what David was planning with the Plishtim, remember? Or maybe David's right and Avner really just wants to be friends and he wants to bring the army to be on David's side. What do you think, Yeladim? Do you think that Avner is really David's friend and wants to help him? Give me a thumbs up if that's what you think. Okay. And do you think that that Avner is just tricking David and that really he's going to come back and try to put David in jail? Give me a thumbs up if that's what you think. So you guys think that David is right, that Avner really does want to be friends. Well, let's see what happens next. David says, don't worry, Yoav. I trust Avner. Don't go and fight with him or anything. It's fine. Oh, so that's how you want to do it, David. And Yoav didn't tell David what he was thinking. But he did say, quickly, go tell Avner, Yoav needs to speak to him right away. Okay, I will. And Avner was saying, okay, I'm leaving Hebron. I'm going to meet with all the other guys in my army. Avner, yes? Yoav wants to talk to you. Okay, here we go. And Avner came along and Yoav came to see him. But Yoav was hiding something as they came together. Yoav had a big sword. And do you know what happened when Yoav and Avner saw each other? I'll tell you tomorrow. Bye.